This is just a plain old $50, $100 or chip Hold'em game with 6 players, and I won't. I'll try not to get into the tournament aspect. I'll just keep this related to Hold'em poker. Obviously, you should have good knowledge of the Hold'em poker game before you start getting involved in tournaments. Basically, everybody gets dealt 2 cards, and they bet, and then they turn up 3 cards. This is called the flop. And after the flop, everybody bets. Then they're going to turn up another card, the 4th card, which is called the turn card. And then everybody bets again. And after the betting is completed, they turn up the 5th card, which is called the river card. And I don't have anything here. I'm going to fold and go on to the next hand. This particular game is really good because you can fold anytime. And as soon as you fold, you get dealt a new hand at a different table. Or you could say that they bring in new players to your table. In any case, I was dealt a pair of jacks at queen. I'm going to call here. I could get beat, but yeah, he got a set of queens on the flop. So anyway, I was going to call there unless he made a really large bet. And fortunately for him, he made a small bet, and I called. And now I have a king 4, which is mediocre cards. I paired the kings. Nobody bet here. I don't think anybody has an ace, so I'm gonna bet half the pot based on my king. And I think this guy's chasing, so I'm gonna continue up with another bet. And I took that pot down. I started with 10,000 chips here, and right now I have 14,000. I have an ace king, and I'm gonna raise 3 times the big blind, which is a pretty standard bet for ace king or ace queen. And sure enough, I popped 2 pairs, so I'm going to again raise the pot. And there's a couple of hearts there. This guy might have hearts. He could have a straight. I'm going to bet the minimum. Actually, I'm going to bet 300. And now I'm going to check because, well, he had 2 pair, but they weren't. He had aces and 8s, and I had aces and queen. But the reason I kind of chickened out there was because of the cards that he could have had. Now I have a 3-6 suited, which aren't really good cards, but I have the possibility of getting a flush or a straight, which is a pretty good hand. And I'll get into table position. This is the button. The first player after the button is the small blind, then it's the big blind. Then this is the first position player. Then the second player, and I'm in 3rd position. Okay, now I've got a possible straight and a possible flush, but I don't have anything if I don't hit one of those. So I'm going to bet. I'm going to check, and I'm going to call a small bet, maybe a medium-sized bet, simply because I've got a lot of cards that could help me out. A 10 is not one, so I'm going to check, and if this guy bets, well, I'm sure even if he doesn't bet, he's got the pot. That's the problem with low cards. Now I have a Jack 9 suited, which is better cards. And I've got a lot of possibilities. Okay, now I have a straight flush draw. The 8 of clubs will give me a straight flush. Any club will give me a flush. Any 8 will give me a straight. I'm going to bet half the pot. Because even a jack might give me the winner here. I've got callers, so with these cards on the flop, the potential for one of these guys to have a good card or good hand is pretty good as well. Now I've got a jack high straight, which I'm going to raise with. He could have a queen jack, but I kind of doubt it. Oh boy, now there's a pair on the board, and he could have a full house. So I'm just going to call. And I took another hand down, another pot down. I have a 9-6 suited. And if nobody raises, I'll call with this. Because just like last time, I have a possible straight and a possible flush. And this is a low dollar game, so I can take chances to a certain point. And I'll even call a small raise. Now I've got the top pair. He's betting. I'm going to raise half the pot. Just give him something to think about. I didn't think he had anything, but a lot of people make a minimum bet just to test the waters. And because I had the top pair, I would just as soon not see him draw. Now I'm in a small blind here. I'm going to call with a queen deuce offsuit just because I'm already halfway in the pot. Oh, that's it for me. Big raise like that, and I'm out in a heartbeat. Now I have a jack 4. I'm in the big blind, and unless somebody raises, I'll see the flop cards. If somebody does raise, I'm out. I'll donate the $100. Ace Ace 9 doesn't help me any. He may or may not have had anything, but I didn't have anything to call on. I got the 5-6 suits. I'm getting a lot of suited connectors here. I have the pair of 5s. There's a king and some spades out there. I'm not going to call. This would be chasing with the underpair. I'm going to fold. That's the secret of this game. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And now I've got a jack 9 suited, more suited connectors. And I'm on the button, so I'm in a good position here. Being on the button, you can sometimes bet or raise and take the pot down because you're the last to bet. I'm going to call the raise. It's a small raise with the jack 9 of hearts. And this is not a good flop for me. I did get a heart, but the odds of 2 more hearts coming are not good. The odds that somebody has a 4 to a straight here is too good, so I'm just going to fold. I have an A7. I'm going to raise with that just because if I can get the guy in the on the button out, then I have power because I don't know what this guy might have something, he might not. I might take it with my ace, but I'm not going to bet. Sure enough, he was drawing to a flush. He had a 4-card flush. That's why he called. Plus he had a king, and now I'm in the big blind. I have the 2-9 offsuit. I'm going to fold. And as I say, they have this fast fold button down here. Anytime you fold, you're immediately at a new table or at a table with new players, and you don't have to sit around and wait for the hand to get finished. Now I've got the ace king and I'm going to raise 3 times the big blind because these are really good cards. And I did not get a hit. I will check. And now I'm going to bet just because I have power. I think my aces are good. I'm going to bet the pot. He could have a flush. He could have had a straight. But as it turns out, he really didn't have anything. He might have called a smaller bet. I don't know. Okay, this guy's going all in with whatever he has, and I'm not going to call with my queen 8 offsuit. So I fold and go on to the next hand. 5-7 offsuit, first position. I'm going to fold. 6-8 offsuit. I'm going to fold. That's what I like about this game. As soon as you fold, you get new cards in it with new players. So this is really fast. I've got a Jack-9 suited. I'm on the button. I'm not going to raise, but I'm going to call even a small raise. Okay, now I've got a pair of 9s and a straight draw. I'm gonna make a small bet, and I'm gonna check because he could have an 8. He checks. I'm gonna check. I think I've got it. He got a pair of pocket 4s, but the last thing you want to do is make a bet and then get raised. I'm gonna raise with an ace-9 offsuit. Small raise. I hope I get some callers and get an ace. I'm going to bet half the pot because I have the top pair. And I take another pot down. I started with 10,000. I'm up to 18,900. I have the 8-5 offsuit. I'm in the big blind. If anybody raises, I'm out. If not, I'm going to see the flop. I have a pair of 8s, but there's an ace out there, so I'm going to check. I also have a possible straight and a possible flush. The 10 kind of screws everything up, but I'm going to check. The only thing that really would help me is an 8 or a 5, and I'm going to check. I think I have the winning hand, but I'm going to check. And if one of these guys makes a small bet, I'll call it. I take it down with my pair of 8s, pair of 10s, and a pair of 8s. I'm up to 1,900. I've almost doubled my money. I have an ace-7, and I'm in the small blind. And I'm obviously going to call that. And there's a king-queen. I'm going to check. I really don't do a lot of bluffing. And people in this particular game tend to. That's a pretty big bet. He's betting 3 times the pot. And I'm going to fold because he could have, 2 pair or 3 of a kind. 1 ace is not going to compete. Here I'm going to fast fold. And by the way, this game is at PokerStars. It's free. We're playing for play money. When you join, or at least when I joined, they give you 200,000 chips to work with. I'm going to raise 3 times the blind here because I've got an ace-jack, and I'm going to check. I'm surprised he called. I'm gonna bet 100 because I think I've got him beat. Maybe not. Okay. Forgot what I was saying. Anyway, we're 15 minutes into this session. I'm going to stop it at 20 minutes. This guy's made a huge bet, and I'm going to fold with a Jack-7 offsuit. Not good cards. Now I have a 6-7. I'm on the button, but I'm not going to call, especially because he raised. Just go on to the next hand. A 4-8 suit. I'm not going to call with that. A 9-8 offsuit. I'm in first position. I'm going to fold that. You know, like I say, the way to play this game is if you don't have good cards, fold them immediately and go on to the next hand. And sometimes you fold 6 or 7, maybe 10 times in a row. That's just the way it is. That's the way poker is. I'm going to check. I had an ace, but I'm not going to raise with an ace-8 or ace-6. Now there's 2 pairs and a possible straight, possible flush out there. Obviously, I can't get any of those. And that's another good card for somebody, but not for me. So I'm going to have this little check fold thing down here. If anybody bets, it'll automatically fold me. Nobody seems to be betting. Okay, now I've got the top pair. I'm just going to check because one of these guys could be sandbagging. I might have a winner. I might have a tie if this guy has an ace. This guy's taking his time. I don't know why. I'm going to call. Yeah, okay, he had a full house. He was dealt a full house, and he was sandbagging with it. That's why I wasn't going to bet into him, and I certainly wasn't going to raise. I'm in the small blind with a raise. I'm going to fold. I have a 4-8 offsuit. I'm going to fold. No one to hold them, no one to fold them. 9-4 suit. I'm out of here. Ace-2 suited. That's worth a call. Oh, not worth going all in with. Some people would call with an ace-2 suited. I'm not one of them. Not for that big a bet. I have a Jack-10, which are decent cards, and I've already got $50 invested. I'll spend another $300 here. Oh yeah, 2, 3, 4. This is not good for me. I'm gonna check, and I can't get out of this hand fast enough. You get 3 cards on the flop, and if you don't get something on the flop, then it really doesn't pay to stick around for the turn card or the river card. Now I have a Queen Jack suited. I could raise, but I'm just going to check. And I've got a pair of jacks, but there's a possible king. There's a possible straight there. A possible heart flush could be had here. Okay, now I've got the straight. I'm going to bet the pot. And if somebody has an ace-queen, which I doubt, they'll take the pot here. But right now, I'm going to call it because I really don't think anybody has an ace queen. It might be a split pot. These guys might have queens. There was no potential flush out there. So I'm just going to check here and call. If he's got the ace queen, I'll pay him off. If not, then we'll split the pot. He's going all in. He's trying to make us believe he's got an ace queen. I'm going to call him. And he's got the queen. I don't know why people raise like that unless they have the nuts, and the nuts would have been an ace queen. I'm going to call here with a king 5 offsuit because I'm one in front of the blind, or one in front of the button. And now that the guy on the button folded, I have the button. And there's a 7-8 2 of spades, or of hearts. I have a heart. I'm going to bet $100. Maybe I can buy this pot. You don't have to bet a lot to buy the pot. These people know that if they fold, they're going to get hands right off the bat. Now, he checked, or he called. I'm going to check just because he could have me beat. It's a split pot. Nothing wrong with splitting a pot. I have a 10-7. I'm on the button. Some people play 10-7 offsuit. I won't. Ordinarily, I won't. Now I have a king queen. I'm going to make a small raise to 200. Simply, a small raise usually will get people with mediocre cards or bad cards out, and it pays to get them out because they have bad cards, but they can get lucky on the flop. Now I have an open end straight here. I have 2 overcards with the king and queen. I also have a possible flush. I'm gonna call. I wouldn't raise with these cards, but now the flush is out of the question. My best hope is a ace or a 9. This guy raised good, but I don't know why. I'm going to call because an ace, king, queen, or a 9, I think is going to give me a winner. This guy might have 2 pair, like a jack 5 or something. He's in the big blind, which means that, he could have anything. And what do you know? There's the ace. I have what's called the nuts. And I'm going to bet it to the max. And we'll see. I can't lose. So I'm going to put everything in there, going all in. And sure enough, we split. No, wait a minute. I took the whole pot. Now I'm up to 36,000. And we've gone past 20 minutes. We're up to 23 minutes on this particular thing. So I guess I'll give it a couple more minutes. I really enjoy playing this. I like to play tournaments more than these straight cash games. But because you can come and go anytime you want, this is a good way to pass the time away. And it's a good opportunity for me to explain a little bit about the game and what it's all about, what a good hand is, what a bad hand is, how the game is played. And so I'm going to play one more hand after this. I'm going to fold here. I'm going to play one more hand, and then I'm going to sign off. Now I have a 9-8 suited. I'm in the small blind, and unless somebody makes a pretty big raise, I'm going to call this because I could get a really good flop, and I did. I got a 4 flush plus an open-ended straight, And this guy's betting is a small bet. I'm obviously going to call that. I need a 7 or a diamond. And the ace kind of throws a monkey wrench in it. I always say if there's a pair on the board, I won't pursue a straight or a flush. And if he makes a substantial bet, I'm out. 200 is not a substantial bet. I'm going to call just to see what happens. Now, I have a pair of eights. I'm pretty sure this is not a winner. If anybody bets, I'm out. 3 aces or a pair of aces, or a pair of aces with two pair of aces and tens is probably going to win this. And I'm not going to stick around to find out. So that's it for this tournament, or for this segment. And over and out.